Hey everyone, Film Rich here and welcome back to the channel. I understand it's been a few weeks since the last recap episode, but I decided to take a short break while on my travels to Canada and New York, so shouts out to everyone from there, they're both amazing places. Today we're finally diving into the intense and emotionally charged finale of Mr. Inbetween, which is titled Season 3 Episode 9, I'm Not Leaving. This episode ties up a lot of threads and reminds us just how powerful the series can be, balancing grief, loyalty, betrayal, and of course, a bit of dark humour, all wrapped up in Ray Shoesmith's signature stoic calm. Before we get into all of this, I would like to please remind everyone to like, share, and subscribe. I aim to release 2 videos per week now. I will be recapping The Sopranos next, but before that, I'll put out a video with more of a retrospective of Mr. Inbetween. Now, without further ado, let's break this episode down scene by scene. We open in Ray's bedroom. He's sitting there, hands over his head, completely consumed by grief over Zoe's death. The silence says everything. He tosses the money he earned from the last job across the room. It's meaningless now. Ray pulls a Polaroid of Zoe and just stares. It's one of those small, quiet moments that hits harder than words ever could. He then steps outside for a cigarette, alone with his loss. Next, we see that Ray has sold his house. Brittany is packing up her things and is clearly upset. She asks him why he's leaving. Ray insists he isn't, but he's just moving an hour and a half away, and they'll still see each other. But Brittany, with that emotional honesty only kids can pull off, calls it what it is. You are leaving. Ray and Brittany share a sweet, almost comic moment in the car. Brittany asks why it's called French kissing, calling it weird. Ray agrees. He then asks if she's ever kissed anyone. She turns it round on him and says yuck, and we get a brief laugh. They head to the aged care facility to visit Ray's father. His dementia has clearly worsened. He doesn't remember Brittany at first, but then gets excited when reminded he has a granddaughter, even asking if she's Chinese. It's a sad but strangely endearing moment. Later, Ray drops Brittany home and says he'll see her in a few weeks. They hug, but there's this heavy weight in the air. Ray doesn't look happy at all. Some time has passed. Ray's now living in a caravan. He's put on a little weight and looks a little bit rougher around the edges, but he's getting by. He chats with Gary about his business, and then, in a restaurant eating dim sum, he meets up with Freddie. Freddie's never had dim sum before, but gives it a go, and surprisingly, he likes it. That's when Freddie delivers news. Alex, the biker from earlier episode, is looking for Ray. He gives Ray an address on where to find him. Ray and James hit the road. Their conversation about aliens and interstellar sex is pure Mr. Inbetween comedy gold. They can't find the exact address, but as they are parked, a drone suddenly appears above them. Before they know it, they are under fire. James is shot in the shoulder. They scramble for cover and eventually make it to a nearby farmhouse. James is fading fast and tells Ray to look after his wife and son. Ray promises, and James dies right there. Despite Ray's desperate plea, "Don't die on me," then comes the showdown. Raphael and his men circle the house. One guy comes in through the front and Ray torches him with a flamethrower. He grabs a shotgun and takes out the younger gunman and then chases Raphael. Ray wounds him and keeps firing, eventually causing Raphael to crash. Raphael lies there, barely breathing. He looks up and mutters, "Fuck you." Ray finishes it, cold, clean, and done. Later, Freddy is at home. He heads to the kitchen and Ray is just standing there. Freddy admits he set Ray up. He had no choice. They would have killed him. Ray listens, but it's clearly he's already judged him. Freddy calls it a mistake and Ray agrees. Everyone makes mistakes, he says, but that wasn't a mistake. Ray finishes his drink and before leaving delivers the coldest line, "The mistake was mine." Sometime later, Ray's grown his hair and gained some more weight, living quiet, working as a taxi driver. He picks up 2 guys on a rainy night. They say they're headed to the beach, but as the ride goes on, things start to feel off. They keep pushing Ray to drive further into the forest. It is clear they're trying to intimidate him. One of them says someone might die tonight, and they both turn to Ray with a sinister look. But Ray, he just smiles, then he stares directly into the camera. A bold, quiet statement. There's no way these two jokers are going to take him out. After everybody he's taken out during the series, the screen fades to black, and that's how the series ends. Mr. Inbetween ends with not a bang, but with a stare. A final nod to who Ray Shoesmith really is. A survivor. A man who's lost much, but won't ever be taken lightly. This episode was a brutal, emotional rollercoaster full of loss, vengeance, and quiet resilience. A masterclass in character-driven storytelling. If you've enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What did you think of the finale? Did Ray make the right choices? And would you have forgiven Freddy? Stay tuned for a retrospective on the entire series as well as the Sopranos recaps, where I'm excited to bring you. Until next time, this is Film Rich. Bye bye.